I think when I went to the costume fitting, there was like, all of his clothes were a bit plain. And I'm not used to plain clothes. And it was just kind of finding, I mean, essentially his career and everything about him and his relationship with his parents isn't like mine. I'm quite close to my parents and I feel like he's not engaged. And yet this forces them to talk, and I really like that. I think that there's actually, and in some ways maybe this is one of the key reasons this film hopefully will be so relatable now. So I am from a generation, I guess, of the 90s, the millennials, where there is this kind of view of we have everything, or we had everything, we thought we were going to have everything, and it turns out we don't. And so I think that to me was really interesting, because I think there is a point, at some point, and I think only recently have I gone through it myself, of like, well, I'm no longer just in my 20s having fun. Or if you are, I am, but I mean, you know, it's like, at what point are you taking responsibility? And Jamie's forced into this, you know, we're in his room now and it's still got like, you know, dinosaur dustbin, and aquarium and stuff. You know, it's like, at some point he's got to be the parent, and everyone goes through that decision. I think that was kind of, yeah, again, another really important moment. I've definitely gone through that myself. So, of course, the film is definitely very clearly autobiographical. I feel that Bill Nicholson he's never kind of forced that on us. I mean, and I'm sure he wouldn't want it to anyway, but I think it's essential that he hasn't. If there's ever been he made it very clear from day one that if there are any moments where we want to ask any questions that might help us, then he's there, and he's been brilliant in that way. But he's never kind of forced anything on us, and he's never been like, oh, well, it wasn't like this, which is really helpful, because this is a separate story. This is a totally different, as soon as you cast actors to play real people, it's not going to be a memory anymore. And I remember when I said that I was doing this film with Bill Nye and Annette Bening to my friend Matt, he said, oh, Bill Nye's the best on-screen dad you could have. And he's kind of turned out to be that way. He's brilliant. And Annette's so lovely and warm and open, and the both of them, I mean, it's like, for any young actor, it's kind of the dream to watch them and do their thing. Yeah. I'm sure inadvertently, I'm certain I'm learning something from them. I mean, I feel like every job I ever do, I learn something from someone. But there's no, in one way I'm learning tons, and in another way, that what's brilliant about it is that they have total respect for me, and I really appreciate that. And I think they kind of have belief and respect in what I'm doing, and obviously vice versa. I mean, the thing is that it does. I haven't done a film like this before, where you turn up and it's just, you feel so safe because you just know that they know exactly what they're doing, and that's a really nice feeling. It means you can just do whatever, you know, kind of try stuff out. It's great. Although Bill Nye has this thing about, he'll give me a look if I do more than one take, which I've turned around on him. We're in competition with each other, what can I say? Yeah. What's correct? I mean, the thing that I've learned from this job is two things. One is that it's the best film set I've ever been on, because we have the closest to an equal ratio of women and men on set. And you'd be surprised how rare that is. And that makes a difference. And the other thing I would say is how powerful really great writing can be, because you just have to say the words, and then it does everything.
We're happy, aren't we, Edward?
Yes, we're fine.
家族3人の時間はいつでも穏やかで優しくて時々おせっかい。そんな日々が いつまでも続くと思っていた。
I'm going to leave.
You can't just walk away after 29 years.
I have tried for 29 years.
No.
You don't know that. Have you tried?
Mum, he's in love!
Now you're living a different life.
That's enough.
There were 3 unhappy people, and now there's only 1.
All those years ago, I got on the wrong train.
ゴールデングローブ賞に輝く名優たちが紡ぐ家族それぞれのリスタート。
Terrible as it is, then I'll know that however bad it gets, I can last it out because you did before me.
The thing about unhappiness is, after a while, it stops being interesting.
彼らがたどり着いた思いもよらない希望とは。幸せの答え合わせ。